Today, we're going to boldly go into all the details about Star Trek The Cruise. Have you ever seen a cruise ship transform into a starship? For a few thousand Star Trek fans, the ultimate vacation happens at warp speed on the ocean. Today we're looking at Star Trek The Cruise, the Unconventional Voyage. This isn't just a theme, it's a total ship takeover. We're talking a fully chartered Royal Caribbean cruise ship, where the only things more common than cocktails are Borgs and batliths. Star Trek The Cruise is widely considered the gold standard of themed cruises, and if you're a Trekkie, it is a bucket list experience. But this is no normal vacation. From private ship charters to the seconds-long booking window, here is everything you need to know. So what is a full ship charter? First, let's talk logistics. This isn't just a group of fans on a regular sailing. This is a full cruise ship private charter. Entertainment Cruise Productions, or ECP, rents the entire ship from Royal Caribbean, with full approval and partnership with Paramount for all the theming. Why does this matter? It means that 100% of the passengers are there for Star Trek. You won't be sharing the pool with confused spring breakers. Because ECP owns this space for the week, they can re-theme the entire vessel. We're talking temporary LCARS-style decor on the digital screens, Starfleet branding everywhere, and a daily schedule packed with franchise-specific events. The ship undergoes a refit before you board, so the elevators become turbolifts, the bars are renamed, think Scotty's Tavern or Quark's Bar. But the real magic is in the celebrity interaction. You aren't just watching them on stage, you're doing yoga with Dax. You're playing blackjack with Marina SIRTIS, or you're hitting the late-night buffet literally next to Doug Jones or John LaNCIE. It's the most accessible these stars have ever been. Also a pro tip, they actually cap the capacity on this ship. For example, on a ship like Adventure of the Seas, which was the 2026 cruise, or the 2027 cruise on Mariner of the Seas, they usually keep it around 3,000 guests. This is well under the normal occupancy numbers. This keeps the celebrity to fan ratio high and ensures that the venues don't feel like a crowded Borg hive. But don't worry, cruise fans, you still get all the great port stops like usual, including Royal Caribbean's private island, Coco Cay, to complete your Trek shore leave experience, just like the crew of the Enterprise. We just completed the 2026 cruise, which was the 9th voyage of Star Trek The Cruise, and a massive 60th anniversary celebration. The lineup was legendary. Celebrities on board represented almost every Star Trek show. But here's the cool part. It's not just panels in a theater. This is immersive. You can do karaoke night hosted by the NX-01 crew. You can watch Quark actually make cocktails with the ship's bartenders, or attend Q's costume party, where the grand majority of the ship is in full costume. And trust me, they take their costumes very seriously. And it's not just on-screen actors. They also have legendary Trek production crew, official science advisors, authors, renowned musicians, and onboard activities like Q&A panels and trivia contests, and also table readings of real Star Trek episode scripts with the actual actors. We need to talk theme nights and performances. If you're planning to go on Star Trek The Cruise, just know that theme nights are a huge deal. But you also won't be out of place if you're just in normal cruise attire. Theme nights can change year to year, but these were the theme nights for the 2026 cruise. Night 1 was Rep Your Trek. Whether you're a next-gen fan, a TOS OG, or a lower decker, rock the gear from your favorite Trek. Night 2 was Heroes and Villains. Think Kirk and Khan, Picard and the Borg, or even Maleficent or John Glenn. Just pick your favorite hero or villain of all time for this night. Night 3 was Holo Program 66. So because 2026 was the 60th anniversary of the original series, the start of Star Trek, the theme for this night was 1966, complete with the TOS miniskirts, peace, love, and floral batliths. Night 4 was Rise's Festival of the Moon. Tropical night has never looked this good. Think pool party meets luau meets off-world shore leave. Grab your lace and your horgon for a fun party under the night sky. Night 5 was the Captain's Gala. This is your chance to dress in your Starfleet finest. You can wear your favorite formal wear, the original series Big Reds, or just make it your own sci-fi prom. It's upscale. Make it so. And night 6 was Q's costume party. This is the big night for epic costuming, creative crossovers, and an absolute spectacle of fandom. You can take in all of the sights while out of costume, or wear a costume to rep your favorite character. Or if you feel confident, enter your costume for judging by John de Lancey, Q himself, in 4 categories. Replicator, which is a spot-on Star Trek costume. Elaborate, which is way more involved. Wow, people are impressive. Mashup, which if you're familiar with Disney bounding, it's taking a theme from 2 different or multiple different fandoms and putting them together. Or out of universe, which is outside of Trek entirely. Outside of the theme night, the entertainment is absolutely top tier. These Trek actors are also accomplished musicians, theater performers, improv experts, and they love to showcase all of their amazing talents. You'll see one-man shows, improv performances, and even science talks with the franchise's actual science advisors. The booking battle. Now let's get real. How do you actually get on this ship? Star Trek The Cruise is famous, or infamous, for how fast it sells out. So it works on a priority system. First, people who are currently on board Star Trek The Cruise get first crack at rebooking at a significant discount, and weeks before the general public gets access to the rooms. This means you get your pick of the ship at the best possible prices. ECP rewards loyalty and repeat guests with the best pricing. And secondly, you can waitlist. If you aren't currently on a Star Trek The Cruise, you should sign up for the pre-sale waiting list. Usually by the time the general public gets a chance to book, it is typically very close to sold out. In fact, on our most recent 2026 Star Trek The Cruise, 85% of the ship was already sold to existing guests before the cruise was over, leaving very few cabins for new guests. Being on the wait list is your key to getting a spot. So check their website, mark your calendar, usually it's in early March, and be ready to book when the window opens. For 2027, they're sailing out of New Orleans on Mariner of the Seas. If you want in, you need to be at your computer the day booking opens, or hope there are still spots remaining. As I record this on the first day of public sales, all of the top level suites and all of the cheapest inside rooms are completely sold out. You can still get in with an ocean view, a balcony, or a promenade view, but those are a little more expensive than the basic inside room options. Additionally, these ships do have some number of solo rooms, but based on history, it will be very difficult to acquire one of those cabins for next year without booking while on board Star Trek The Cruise this year. If you want to solo travel, your best bet may be to find your best Trekkie friend, and for your first voyage, get that double room together. There are also options to buy a cabin from someone who previously booked and can no longer make the cruise. Just check the Star Trek The Cruise Facebook page for more information about cabin availability and all kinds of other great info to prepare for Star Trek The Cruise. So what does it cost? Well, remember that you're not just paying for a week-long cruise, but also for the amazing Trek celebrity attendance, the outstanding theming, souvenir Trek merchandise giveaways every day, parties every night, and so much more. You can get discounts, though, for things such as paying in full upfront for military members and for veterans, for booking next year's cruise while still on board, and for having sailed any previous year of Star Trek The Cruise. So overall, is this more expensive than a standard 7-night Caribbean cruise? Absolutely. But for the price of your cabin, you're getting a week-long convention, a luxury cruise vacation, and access to stars you would usually have to wait maybe 5 hours in line to see at a land con. For many, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime trip. The experience is unlike anything I've had in over 30 previous cruises, and in my opinion, was well worth the expense. So if you've been on a Star Trek cruise, drop a comment. Let me know your favorite celebrity encounter. And if you're planning for 2027, let me know who you're most excited to see. Don't forget to subscribe, live long and prosper, and happy cruising!